Exeter 2.
Really, I mean, I think the important thing for us to talk about is just that it was nice for us to be at home and put in a well-rounded, professional, quite thorough performance. And I think that was the important thing. I think the important thing we've talked about for a number of weeks, particularly after our last Premiership block, is just how important it is getting the detail right of what we do on a regular basis. And I thought that's what we did very well today. We've had a good training week. As I say, we've dealt with a lot of the detail of what we wanted to achieve. And really all we did was go out there and put it into action.
You might have expected more from them, bearing in mind that they had a consistent side, basically, only 2 changes, whereas you made the first one.
Yeah, I think it's everyone's. You've got to remember. I think it's a tough Newcastle to Exeter, or Exeter to Newcastle. It's a tough trip, and you have to get a lot right to be, hit the pitch in exactly the right frame of mind. And I can imagine. I've just had a chat with Dean. I know he's slightly frustrated and kind of probably feels they didn't quite get out of the blocks. On the other hand, I'm kind of feeling we hit the ground running and look sharp and look hungry. And I think like the combination of the two meant that we put in a good performance. Newcastle probably felt a bit jaded, and the outcome was that. Over the course of that first 25 minutes, 30 minutes, we managed to squeeze enough field position and control territory and control possession that the scores kind of came.
And that third quarter started, barren 16 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, the third quarter was kind of tough, and I think it was that typical third quarter when you come out at half time and you've already got 4 tries, wasn't it? You can see the story happening over and over again. But having said that, we weathered that a little bit and then came through it and pushed on again. I was a little frustrated with the way the game broke up at the end. We started to leave some holes defensively, and Newcastle exploited that and scored their points. But overall, I'm not going to be too critical of a performance where I thought, we looked hungry, we looked to be really pleased to be getting back to Premiership rugby at Sandy Park, and like I said, and we reaped the rewards of playing pretty well.
Because those 2 tries were pretty soft, really, weren't
they? You will say, yeah. I mean, I think they were they're those frustrating typical tries that happen when you've got a decent lead and the bench start to go on. We did also have the issue with Phil Dolman getting injured relatively late on after we'd used our subs, and obviously once we'd used our subs, being down to 14 men in that final 10 minutes didn't help us either.
In terms of it, Robert, you said the last few weeks have been important to get the boys feeling good amongst themselves again, and the cup has got you revitalised a bit. Yeah, well, the whole squad have played in some very important games. I thought we put in a really, really top-class performance over at Connacht, in difficult circumstances, and then you've seen the squad get used through the LV Cup, and some of them ran out in the Bayonne game, and really pleased with our Dragons' performance, and to a large degree, I was really pleased with a lot of what we did at Saracens last week. We kind of a little bit of inexperience and a little bit of hot-headedness lost us 10 minutes in the game that ultimately cost us that game. And I think as a squad, the guys look hungry, and it's just nice to see a group of players who are looking hungry to be playing games of rugby. That's what you want. You want a full squad who are just desperately on a rugby pitch, and that's what we've got at the moment. And you've got players that are looking pretty sharp and hitting form at the right time. Yeah, I mean, I think, and obviously with Jack Noel, obviously he's slightly disappointed that he's not involved with England as he should be, and I think it was just great to see him looking so hungry and sharp, and I think you can see now that he's really getting used to carrying that extra bit of muscular weight he's put on in his time off, and he looked big and quick and strong, and I say it's great to see him running around looking that sharp for us. So I think if anybody analyses his performance today, I think he's probably with a great shout of featuring with England in the next few weeks. And Dave Ewers is pushing hard as well. Dave Ewers is just putting in some quality performances. I think the big thing we've seen from him this season is just his consistency. I thought he was very, very good again today. He's a big, strong guy. I thought he was outstanding for the Saxons over in Ireland. If anything, I think he was probably the man of the match. Really, he was the big, strong guy in the pack of forwards over there. And I think what he's doing is, as he's maturing, as I say, he's showing a consistent level of performance, and he's good for us. He stops people on the gain line and he gets us over the gain line, and that's an important quality to have in a team. Do you think the boys are still under the radar a little bit in terms of Dave? Probably is a little bit, but I think that'll
that'll change. Just as I say, with these consistent performances he's putting in. I think I know Stuart Lancaster was really pleased how he played for the Saxons, and as I say, when he keeps putting in performances like that, it's not going to be long before he's really moving up the pecking order.
And Quinn's next week, Rob, tough test in itself.
Yeah, really important game for us, isn't it? The truth is, they've got some players missing away international duty. It's one of those things when you go, well, have we got an opportunity to go there and play well? We tend to play pretty well against Harlequins. As I say, it's the right time of year for us to be playing them. What we've got to do is kind of go and put the kind of endeavour we showed today onto a rugby pitch again.
Can you kick on from here, Rob? You're now, for the time being anyway, third. It's incredibly tight, isn't it, in that third to eighth type of spot?
I think so. I think we've got a pretty fit squad of players. We're not carrying too many injuries. It's really going to be down to the players. We've said to them, you should be really excited about the season. You're in all the competitions still at the moment. The Premiership is very exciting for us, but we have to. I'm not going to get too carried away with it. I'm not going to put any pressure on the players necessarily, because I don't think we actually probably dealt with being second or third very well in the last block of Premiership games. I think we looked a little bit scared of something getting taken off us. And that's not the way it is. It's not about anything getting taken off us now. It's about what we can strive and achieve, and that's all we'll talk about. We'll just talk about going out and enjoying next week's game.
Thank you.